This drawer has become a nightmare. It's time to do a new Shop My Stash. It is officially spring, even though we got snow on the weekend. But I've been working out of this drawer for quite a long time. I actually did a Shop My Stash back in, I want to say it was like towards the end of December or early January. Anyways, I didn't end up posting it. It just, life was weird. But these were, some of these were products that I chose out for myself. And then of course some things have just like migrated into the drawer. So it's time, A, to reorganize this, and B, to pick out some products that feel a little bit more springy. So let's jump into it. I'm going to clear out the drawer and we'll get started. I got this drawer cleaned out. This needs to be cleaned. One of my concealers is leaking, so don't mind that. Here in this basket, I just have some complexion products that I'm using pretty regularly in the mornings, so I'm just going to keep those there for now. Normally, I keep my project pan items in this. You know, we're like just partway through the year and I haven't even started a project pan. So for now, this stuff will just live here. The rest of the drawer is empty. I do have some things here that I'm going to put in that were just kind of floating on the top of the drawer. These are all things that I haven't tried yet. This is one that I haven't really formed full thoughts on yet. So those items will go in. I'll go through those with you guys first. So I have the Destino palette from Alamara Cosmetics. It opens up like this. And I thought this is a great spring palette. When I got this, I've used it a couple of times, but when I got this, I got it in like the middle of winter. And it just wasn't really the color story that I was going for at the time, but I think it's just perfect for this time of year. And I want to review it for you guys, so I want to get my full thoughts on all the shades and not just a couple of shades. So I'm going to put that one in the stash. I have this lip gloss. This is from the brand Half Caked, and it's the Crystal Baller lip gloss. It's just like an iridescent shimmery lip gloss. I haven't tried this one yet. There was another one in, it was like a duo pack. The other one's in my purse and I quite like it, but I haven't tried this color yet. And then I also got this Ace Beauté palette in a BoxyCharm, and I haven't used it yet. So this is the Mystic Romance palette. Looks like this. Again, a great springtime palette, especially like this row over here. So I want to put that in. That's a very me palette. And then I've got this little Laura Geller set as well in a BoxyCharm. Obviously, I opened my last BoxyCharm and then didn't use any of the products inside. So I'm trying to like not blind you with the mirror. So this is a little trio from Laura Geller. There's 2 blushes here in the bottom and a highlight up top. So those are all things that I had just thrown in the top of the drawer that I want to be using for this go around. So let's dive in down here to the lips category. As I've mentioned in the last many Shop My Stash videos, I really haven't been wearing lip products. I don't know. I'm just out of the habit, and now it just seems like such a hassle, but I do want to pull a few in to try to encourage myself to wear a lip product. So I was thinking this might be a good spring shade, and I feel like it'll go really well with the colors in this Mystic Romance palette. So this is the Tristique Prime and Color Lip Glaze in the shade English Rose. So I think I'll bring that in. What else would be good? What else might I actually use? What about Back Talk? No, that's not it. Haven't used that in a long time. Urban Decay Back Talk, such a classic. Just like a, you know, light, almost lilac-y pink, ever so slightly more cool toned than I usually go for. Let's bring in a nude. I saw somebody using the Merit shade called Baby on YouTube the other day, and I was like, oh, I have that, and it is so pretty. So the Back Talk's a little bit more of a lilac-y nude. This is more of like a beigey nude. I have a few like lip oils, lip balms. If you hear dogs clicking around, it's because they're just clicking around because they want my attention. I have a couple of like lip oils and lip balms and things like that I've been keeping in my purse. And I've just been wearing those with like a lip liner. Is there anything else here that I would actually wear if I put it in? This is one that I really haven't used much since I got it. This is just a lip gloss that I got in a BoxyCharm. It's more of a pinky shade. I think I'll throw that in as well. Those 4 lip colors are probably more than I'm ever gonna wear. I really would love to be a person that's wearing like colors on my lips all the time, but I don't know. I've just gotten out of the habit. This drawer is a nightmare. This is blushes, bronzers, highlights, cream and powder formulas, and I don't know what has happened in this drawer. But anyways, we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna grab this Ace Beauté Ultimate Sculpt Face Palette for a cream option. I think this is good because I can mix the colors. I'm really pale right now, so it's got this nice light color here in the corner. There's a couple of blushes, as you guys saw in the Laura Geller palette. Those are both cream blushes. I would like something a little bit more like pinky pink toned, so I think I'll grab this one from Milk Makeup. This is the shade Work. I think I'll grab that for like a more of a pink option, because this one had like a brighter, almost more coral pink blush, and it also has a more nude option, so that'll give me something a little bit more pink. And then I'm definitely gonna need some powder blush. My God, I'm overwhelmed by this drawer. I really need to clean it out. I've been really leaning into like more pink blushes with less warmth because I'm so very pale right now. I just find they're looking better on my skin. So let's grab the Essence Mosaic blush. This is in the Berry Connection. And just for funsies, let's grab NARS Orgasm, just for something a little bit shimmery in a powder formula. I mean, everybody knows what NARS Orgasm looks like, but there it is anyway. It gives me a couple of blushes. And then for highlights, there's one in the Laura Geller palette, as I showed you guys. But let's grab something a little bit different as well. And should we also grab like a cream formula? Oh, you know what could be fun? I've got all those like pinky tones. Let's grab this Laritzi one in the shade Fine. This is like a more pink cream highlight. And then keeping on that same kind of idea, they're all buried. Underneath, there's this one. This is from Dirty Little Secret. This is their baked highlighter in the shade Bellini. Again, it's a little bit more of a pink, and it's in a powder formula. Try not to overdo it this time because I keep grabbing too many products and then not using them all. Do I need a powder bronzer? Yes, I do. I need a powder bronzer. Get it together, Jamie. Powder bronzer. Let's do... I'm super pale. I have to keep that in mind. Let's grab this one for that reason. So this is the Beauty Bakery Lemon Bar Face Palette, and it looks like this. So it's got that nice lighter shade in the middle, which is really good for me for this time of year. Also gives me another highlighter. And then I know I said I wasn't going to grab too much, but here we are. I also remembered that I wanted to grab this Cover FX palette just because I really like the tones in this one. And again, it's good for me this time of year when I'm more pale because it's a little bit more neutral, cool toned with that contour color. And it's also nice. Sometimes I just like to be able to grab one thing that has everything in it. So this is great for that. Okay, down here I've got primers and foundations and concealers. So up top, I already have my BB cream that I'm trying to use up. I've got a concealer there. I've got a color corrector there. I've got another concealer here. So I don't really need concealers. I think I'm just going to leave this drawer, to be honest. Maybe I'm going to pull in just this one other foundation. This is the Merit Complexion Stick in the shade Linen. This would be the time of year where I could use this where it's not too light for me. So I think I'll grab this one out, but the rest I'm just going to grab as needed. I've been using this one a lot, so maybe I'll pull this one just to have it right there in the basket. But I've been using this Sophia Maybell Skin Perfecting Primer lately, and I've really been liking that. And it's a nice small bottle. I think I could use this up. Maybe not like in this rotation of Shop My Stash, but I think I could use this up pretty easily this year. So I think I'll just put this up in the basket since it's the one I've been grabbing for. Okay, up here I have my tools and my mascaras and stuff like that. As always, I just leave those be. Here I've got my small palettes, my liquid shadows, and my single shadows. I think it would be fun to pull this one in for spring. So this is actually like this is the Fenty Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter Duo. I use this as eyeshadows because we'll look at it. I just think a one shadow look with this shade right here, that lilac-y color with that pink highlight on the cheeks, like I think that could be a really fun, easy look. And I always grab out one of these like more liquid shadows just because I always try to be using them. So I think I'll grab this one from Stila. This one here, see that? It's like kind of a multicolor sparkle. This is the shade Foxy Lady in their Shimmer and Glow, Glitter and Glow formula. Down here I've got the rest of my, well, these are all sort of my mid-sized palettes. I'm not going to grab anything out of here because I've got two palettes over there already. I'm going to grab one of these bigger palettes. This is the one that I was going to use here. So I got this as a Christmas gift actually from one of my clients, and this is the Morphe 35TE Tease the Season Artistry palette. It's still in the packaging. I haven't used it. This is the color story right here. I just think this will give me some neutrals and like transition colors to match up with some of the other palettes that I've chose out in case I need something a little bit more neutral or I want to add a shimmer or something like that. This is the palette right here. This is what it looks like. I just thought with this one, I mean, Morphe is not necessarily my favorite brand in the world, but it's very, very workable in terms of formula. But I just thought if I want a simple everyday look, I can just go into this palette. If I need a transition color, I can go into this palette. I'm never going to use that pressed glitter color. But everything else in here are all colors I would wear. I can have some like inner corner highlights here. You know, there's just a little bit of everything, and I feel bad that I got it for Christmas and I just tucked it in that drawer and completely forgot about it. This color is really pretty too. Like imagine just these two together for like an easy everyday go to work look. I think that could be great. I know it's a holiday palette, but I feel like you could use this palette at any time of year. This one here is also calling out my name, this sort of silvery color. Just a little bit of everything. I think this could be great. Let me put everything into the drawer and see how it's looking. Okay, this is how everything is looking in the drawer. I feel like I usually have a lot more things in here, and maybe it's because it was such a mess for so long, but I think this is going to be really easy to work out of. I think everything goes really well together. I've got face palettes there. I've got those two palettes up top. I put the big palette here on the desk because it doesn't fit in the drawer other than in the back, and then I won't use it. I've got those couple of products there, lip products. Betty's going to start barking. You little troublemaker. Are you doing the barkings? No, I'm not guilty. Who's that good girl? We'll take a little doggy break. We'll take a little doggy break. Who's those girls? Who's those girls? Hi, babies. I know. Oh, okay, she says I'm coming up. Oh, George, don't forget about me. I forget what I was saying, but I put the big palette up top because it doesn't fit in the drawer. Everything looks good. I think I'm going to be a lot less overwhelmed doing my makeup. I let that go far too long. It's weird because if I don't stay on top of my YouTube channel, it's like everything just falls apart. The makeup gets really messy. I end up using like the same 3 things over and over because everything's just a mess. So I think this is going to be a lot better. I think I'm going to be able to get ready and actually like do some different looks because I can see everything. So there's our drawer for spring, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do like an early summer basket. I'm just going to work out of this drawer until I get bored or overwhelmed again. So I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know in the comments if you do this. Like, do you do an everyday makeup basket or drawer or something like that where you rotate through your makeup? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye.